And the Middle East, when I arrived, was a little bit like that. 20 years ago, there was a structure in place. The big men ran the region. The Assad family, Mubarak, Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, and it was established. It was locked in place. But like these old row houses, it was a lot of appearances. And on the inside, there was tremendous rot. And the rot was ignorance, nepotism, corruption, religious tensions that were kept at bay by strongman activities like those carried out by Saddam Hussein. And like in these old houses, you contain the rot, but if you don't open the windows and you don't open the doors and you don't spend any money on it, you also make it worse. And that was the situation, this very fragile paradigm. And you could put your finger through the wall, and instead, the United States put its shoulder through the wall of Iraq and started a sequence of events that we're still really living and experiencing to this day. So 8 years of direct military action started to destroy this status quo and unleash all of the rot, all of these demons that had been pent up within. And then the very soon to be 8 years of the Obama administration, we saw inconsistent policies. And they were supporting the revolution in Egypt, and then days later not supporting it in Bahrain, and supporting the uprising militarily in Libya, and then not supporting it in Syria. So kind of zigzagging through the Middle East. And the combined effect of these two, of 8 years of military action, and then very soon to be 8 years of this kind of zigzag, unleashed all of the rot that was in. And the old system as we knew it, the Middle East that I arrived to in Cairo, is broken. And the Middle East, what I said today, I've never seen it worse, is it's a period of chaos. And I think ISIS is the sort of physical embodiment of that chaos. And if you continue this model, you can just speculate on where it might go from here. And I think what we're going to see next is a series of strongmen reemerging themselves. And I think Egypt is probably the first example of that, and I think there will be more to come. And I think the people of the region are going to embrace this, but they should be very careful what they wish for, because after periods of chaos, as Europe has seen in this last century, when following chaos, when people embrace strongmen and dictators and fascists, really bad things can happen. I think that's what's coming. There's going to be a tendency for strongmen, and we will see how it goes. And I think our government and other governments around the world will probably reach out and embrace these leaders. And it doesn't have to be a binary choice. It doesn't have to be chaos or dictators. But after the chaos, I think we're going to reach back and hope for the dictators. And I hope one day, if there's people in this room who have some influence, maybe they can help find a third path and guide the region to some place where you have leadership and you have responsible governance, but it doesn't have to be Saddam Hussein's Iraq.